I'm Diana Falzone, and this is 4for4 SciTech, where we tackle 4 topics in just 4 minutes. The Army has released a cyber analysis code in the hope of bolstering its cyber defenses. James, this seems really counterintuitive. What exactly is the Army doing?
You know, this is being painted as if like the Pentagon is kind of going to get together with a load of spotty nerds and it'll give them like really important code. That isn't the case at all. This is like a framework where people are basically going to be able to come and give the Army some experiences about where they've seen some security issues. It's just a framework. This isn't like the crown jewels.
So no one's actually getting inside of the system and knowing, like you said, all of our secrets?
No, it's limited. It's very limited.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the government should do whatever it takes to ensure that our networks are secure, and the open source move can help make sure that there are no vulnerabilities that we haven't thought of. We have to worry about threats from North Korea, as we saw with the Sony hacks last month, and potentially China and Russia.
Yeah, I mean, the hacks are just escalating in these past few years, so we really need to use all of our resources, pull together, and I think the open source community, it's full of people who really know what they're doing. You know, these are the experts in their fields.
Let's just hope that we don't have a double agent expert who wants to use all of the knowledge against us. Maybe I watch too much TV, but you never know. This is one of the coolest sci-fi-like theories we have heard of in a while. I'm super excited about it. It's a theory of time called the block universe that suggests that events don't actually pass us in the way we often describe. They exist in different parts of space-time, past, present, future, all kind of meeting. Mallory, do you buy this theory?
Well, it's very complicated, but it seems like it's something that could be possible. If you think about time spread out like a map, it's kind of nice. You know, the only thing that really bummed me out is that you can't travel through time and go back to the past or see things from the future.
That's true.
This was a really sort of complicated one to get my head around. I mean, the way that it's been described is the whole, like, we think of time as like a river flowing, or that, like, you know, as the way that a ship sails through the sea, so what's behind you is behind you. This implies that in some way that it isn't, but it also acknowledges that things do change. So I find this kind of, this is almost kind of counterintuitive in many ways, but it's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, does this mean I can be 21 again? That would be great.
And also a Benjamin Button and reverse age, you know, it's strange.
Exactly. I've always taken for granted that life happens sequentially, so it's hard to believe that what seems like different moments are potentially happening simultaneously.
Right, it's almost like we're on parallel universes and we're all on different planes, and it gets very meta, very metaphysics, and I don't think there's necessarily a use for this, because like you said, Mallory, it's not like we can go travel back in time, so what good is this knowledge? It's just super cool and it's good dinner conversation. It seems the tech world has met the fashion world. A new trend is pixelated hair. It's definitely a bold look. Would you rock this trendy do, Katie?
Me? No. But if you're going for an artistic look, this could work well. It's definitely a conversation starter.
True.
It's probably wouldn't work well in a professional environment, but we've had the ombre look for a while, so I'm glad there's a new hair trend out there.
What have I got to add to this? I mean, realistically, you know, I mean, I am not sorry that I am bald when I heard about pixelated hair.
You own that.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. No, it looks awesome, but no, I'm happy to stay as I am. Thank you.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine doing it myself, but I've never dyed my hair. But it does look kind of cool. It's sort of like Tetris or Pac-Man on your hair.
I would do it in 3 seconds. I think it is awesome. I already have a color scheme in mind. I would kind of go rainbow bright with it. I think why not? The tech world doesn't have enough in the fashion world. I mean, wearable tech, yes, but this is a whole new idea of wearables. Oh boy, the global tablet market has had a dramatic dip in sales for the first time. Are tablets like my beloved iPad, little baby, become antiquated, Mallory?
I don't think they're quite there yet, but I do think that the phablets are sort of taking over where the tablets left off. I mean, if you've had a large phone, what do you need a tablet for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think as well, you know, those numbers, kind of everyone's saying, oh, this is the, you know, kind of tablets have fallen off a cliff. It's not the case at all. That was just 1 quarter. You know, actually, if you look at the full year, the sales were actually up. And in some parts of the world, like Asia, like Lenovo is doing really, really well. So there are areas where tablets are still really, really booming.
Well, wasn't it like 78 million to something like 76 million it dipped to? So it's a 3% decrease.
I do think the larger phone sizes are going to cause a decrease in tablets. If you have an iPhone 6 Plus, that's almost as big as an iPad mini. You don't need both. They're doing about the same thing. But I don't think tablets are going to go away completely. I think some people are still going to watch movies and read books on their tablets.
Right, but like you said, there's so many other choices where you could have a full usable laptop. I was just having this conversation with my mom who's like, should I get an iPad? Should I get a tablet? Should I get a laptop? And I said, just go with the smaller laptop, because if you want to type and you want to do all those things, it's much easier than, even though there's accessories. Who wants to buy any kind of tech item a la carte? Now you know what we think. What do you think? Tell us on Twitter using the hashtag 4for4 SciTech.